examples of real numbers, that is 10 by 3, 7 by 8, 1 by 7. Let us divide 10 with 3 and we obtain the quotient 3.33 when we divide 10 with 3. That is 3 3s are 9 and we have remainder 1 and we will be giving point and let me borrow 0 and again we will be repeating the same 3 3s are 9 and remainder 1. Again 3 3s are 9 and remainder 1. Like this the cycle will flow on and it is have no end. That is, we are not obtaining the remainder as 0. That means it is going on repeating until and unless we are getting remainder 1 only. Now let us take with 7 by 8. Now when we divide 7 with 8, we will be getting the quotient as 0.875. That is, we are getting the remainder here is 0. The resultant remainder is 0. That means we have an end to this number. When we divide 7 by 8, then we are having the remainder as 0 and the result is different. Now let us see with 1 by 7. When we divide 1 with 7, we are obtaining the quotient as 0.142857. That means 7 7s are. Let us borrow 0 and let us keep 7 1s are 7. The remainder is 3. And let us borrow 0 and 7 4s are 28. And the remainder is 2. And later 7 2s are 14 and the remainder is 6. And later 7 8s are 56 and the remainder is 4. And when we keep 0 and later 7 5s are 35 and the remainder is 5. And again 7 7s are 49 and the remainder is 1. So again we are repeating 1 that means firstly we got the remainders as 3 2 6 4 5 1. Again the same is repeating, means the quotient what we obtained here 0.142857. These 6 terms are repeating itself. That is, again we will be getting here 1 4 2 8 5 7 and so on. It has no end. That is, it is also not getting the remainder 0 at any cost. Now we have seen two cases, that is case 1 where the remainder is 0 and case 2 where the remainder is not 0. For 1 by 7 and 10 by 3, the remainder is not at all 0. It is going on repeated and continuous process. Whereas for 7 by 8, we are getting the remainder as 0. So, in decimal expansions, we have two types. That is, one is we are getting remainder as 0 and the other is we are not getting the remainder as 0 and the number is repeated. The quotient is repeated. Previously, we have seen expressing P by Q, that is rational numbers, in the form of decimal numbers. Now, let us see how to express decimal numbers in P by Q form. For example, let us take the number 3.142678. It is expressed in P by Q form as follows. After the point, please note it, after the point how many digits are available. That many zeros has to be written in the denominator after one's place. I repeat it again. After the point how many digits are available. Those many zeros should be written in denominator after 1. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 digits places are available after the point. So, we have to write 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros after 1. That is 3142678 divided by 1, 6 zeros followed by 6 zeros. That is known as rational number. This also represents the P by Q form. Thus, we represent decimals into P by Q form. Now, let us take another example, that is 0.33. 0.3 bar itself denotes recurring. It denotes recurring. Recurring means the number itself repeating. 3 is itself repeating unlimited times. So, we will be denoting it as 3 bar, that is known as recurring. Now, let us take, for example, x equals to 0.33. It can be written as 10x. First, we have to multiply with 10, the element x, then 10x, multiplying with 10 on both sides. Then 10 into 0.33 equals to 3.333. That is, when we multiply with one number, the units place will be shifted. The point will be shifted from one place to other on left side. So, the point place will be shifted from one position to the other. That is 3.33 it will become. Now let us take 3.33 as 3 plus x. We can write it as 3 plus x, right? Now where x equals to 0.333. We are getting as same number as first. What was the result and what was the first step is same to same. That is 10x. Now we can write 10x as 3 plus x. Am I right? 10x equals to 3 plus x. Okay. Now let us subtract 10x minus x, then equals to 9x. 9x equals to 3 and x equals to 1 by 3. 1 by 3 itself is known as again 0.3333. It means we are expressing a decimal number 0.33 in the form of a real number, that is rational number, in p by q form. 0.333 can be represented as 1 by 3. Now let us take another example, that is 1.272727. Here 2 digits, that is 2 and 7 are repeated. So we are placing a bar on 2 and 7. Now let us take same as follows, 0.33 and same as 1.27. Let us take x equals to 1.2727. Now as we have two numbers which are repeating, so we are taking 100x. Here we are taking only 10x because only single number is repeated. In the same manner, when we have two numbers are repeating, we will be taking 100x. 100x equals to, I have already said, when we take how many zeros in multiplication, that many times the point will be shifted. That is from 1.2727 to, when it is multiplied by 100, the point will be shifted towards right side, that is after 2 digits, that is 127.2727 and so on. Now let us take 100x equals to, we can write 127.2727 as 126 plus 1.2727. Am I right? Yes. But now we can represent 100x equals to 126x plus x. 100x minus x equals to 126. 99x equals to 126. X equals to 126 by 99 and x equals to 14 by 11 equals to 1.271. That x will represent the same x. We have exactly the same answer. In this manner, we can represent or we can express every decimal number in p by q form. Now let us see once again. 0.33 we can represent it in p by q form, that is rational number in 1 by 3. 1.2727 we can represent it in 14 by 11. And 0.2353 we can represent it in 233 by 990. The decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. I repeat it again. Every rational number will be either terminating or non-terminating recurring. That is, and rational number has a property, that is, it will be either terminating or non-terminating recurring. See, these are the examples of rational numbers, right? They are either terminating or not terminating, but recurring. Here 3 is repeating, here 2727 is repeating, and so on. Here, let us see with irrational numbers. When we go with irrational numbers, The decimal expansion of irrational number is non-terminating, non-recurring. When we supposed to say a number as irrational number when it is non-terminating and non-recurring. Some examples. Root 2, that is 1.4121356237330, and it will be continued and it is not at all recurring. That means it is not repeating a similar number. So it is non-recurring property and it is also non-terminating property. Both the properties will be held by an irrational number. And for example, pi. Let us take the value of pi 22/7. That is 3.1415926538. That means this is also an irrational number where the number is non-terminating and non-recurring. Now let us see. Let us find some irrational numbers between 1/7 and 2/7. We have to find any one irrational number between 1/7 and 2/7. That is, we know the property of an irrational number, that is, it is non-terminating and non-recurring. So, there are number of numbers between 1/7 and 2/7 which are irrational numbers. By using this property, one of the most number is 0.1505, 001500 and so on. That means this number is non-terminating and also similarly non-recurring. These two properties are held by this number. So this is the best example between 1/7 and 2/7 and irrational number.